Hello, fringers. The following podcast may not be suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised. Look alive, fringers. It's 2099 and we are live and loud in the underground. From the streets to the scar. Keep your chip hidden, your gun loaded, and never trade your soul for souls. Turn it up and let them know Big Brother is watching. Time to put on a show.
Hi! Hello, Fringers! We're here. We're live. We're in focus. Welcome to our Halloween episode. Howdy! Womax and Adamses, welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 of Neon Trails and Identico Actual Play. I am your game runner, the Caleb G. Please be advised that Neon Trails does contain mature themes and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Mature themes, but an immature cast. That is what's in store for you. Please remember to check your voter registration and make time to vote. It is absolutely crucial. I hope you're all safe and doing well. Halloween is right around the corner. Maybe you've done trick or treat. We did already in my neck of the woods. I don't know what's going on with everybody. Either way, if yours is ahead of you, if yours is in the past, I hope you have fun. We have tricks and treats in store for you tonight. So let's kick things off and say hello to our cast who sang up a storm and danced till they drop. First off, 2, 10, 11, eyes, fingers, toes. It is Mallo playing Sam.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Next up, nobody gets out of the Bermuda Triangle, even for vacation. It's Wild playing Bee.
You know why that is? It's because there's a giant field of electromagnetic things that cause everything, like electric, to just go wild. I'm not going to go into this because it's too long for the intro, but you should look into it. It's really cool. Okay, bye.
Just dropped that little nugget and left. Thank you.
You started it.
Faith started it. And he looks just like a little entree. It's Pete.
Hey.
Playing dog.
That was a nice intro. Of course, we gotta get it started. Dog would be proud. I don't know if that you heard that or not. I'm not gonna slurp it.
We can imagine. It was good. It was good.
There.
Thank you. Thank you. Next up, don't torture yourself. That's her job. It's Lauren playing Drall.
That is my job. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Kind of.
Halloween, Halloween, and S&M.
And you rang for Ethan playing Mox.
Debbie. Pastels.
And now for some housekeeping. Identico is live every other Tuesday on twitch.tv/Identico with episodes of Neon Trails at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Episode archives and other content is available over at youtube.com/Identico. Please subscribe, like, and leave us some comments. Also, on YouTube is our 4-episode miniseries over the summer from Finding Solace. Please give that a listen. Follow us on your socials. Look for us at Identico or at Humanoid Games on whatever social media platform you happen to be using. While you are online, swing over to playidentico.com where you can read the basic core rules for free, find the newest module, The Dark and the Divine, pick up books, stickers, and other merch to support the show, and don't forget about the cyber horror module, The Good Doctor. If you're live with us right now, hi, hello. Please spend those channel points and give us some re-rolls. I feel like some dice rolling is coming up soon. Arguably, this is a role-playing game, so we're probably going to get that going at some point. Please do not forget to check out our show sponsors, More Eggs Dice for your super slick resin dice needs, and show sponsor Rainbow Dragon Prints for all your 3D printing goodies, including fancy dice accessories and fidget toys. Mallo, do you have anything else for us tonight?
While we're on the subject of merchandise and things like that, I just, decided to finally, relaunch part of our merch store with our friends at Bonfire, where all t-shirt sales and things like that actually come with a donation to charities at the same time.
Wonderful.
Yes, I will put it in the chat, but if you go to bonfire.com/store/Identico, you will see the first 4 shirts that we have that are all brand new to this era of Neon Trails. And you can check them out, including our favorite mysterious people, the Cobalt Masquerade, including a little, tiny little bit from our friend Sally Quinn Creations that just happens to be on Dog's Kimono. Nobody quite knows what the role of that is just yet. Maybe we'll find out this season. Who knows? But it makes a great t-shirt, and it's going to be really, really fun. Every sale of t-shirts, we do a donation to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, where no child should have to suffer with cancer or any life-threatening illnesses. That is what we are supporting this year. So just know that, again, like everything else we do with merch, all the proceeds go either to charity or right back into paying artists and things for new projects that we have to do. So love it. We'll have some at our upcoming cons as well. So if you want to kind of come get it in person and get it signed and all that good stuff, we'll have it there starting at ECC coming up in 2025. But if you would like to get it for the holidays, go ahead and start ordering from there. They ship and they print on demand. And I made sure that we had some stuff for the bigger boys and girls in the world as well. So go check it out. Yeah, there you go.
And with all that taken care of, let's remember what happened last time on Neon Trails. After receiving a desperate call from Janice Turman, Mox called the rest of the crew to discuss their next steps. Amidst various observations about the nature of Drall and Peepee's relationship, the crew decided to call Sam's friend Katassi and ask for help figuring things out. She agreed, and Drall sent over the intel. Sam and Bee went shopping to get gear for whatever was ahead of them. Sam asked Bee to build her a ROV, which was an incredibly exciting project. Bee admitted she might need some help and resources, maybe from the Dust Jockeys themselves. Sam asked how the crew knew Mercury, to which Bee explained Galen and he had been friends of sorts. Sam said she had known men like Mercury before and would judge him after they met. Drall went to visit PB in his fancy new office. He stepped away from a project working on some sort of satellite to listen to the story about Mercury. After realizing the nature of what was happening, PB made the tough decision to take Drall and speak to his bosses, the people running Solace. They went through a secret door and a secret elevator to meet with these secret individuals who were mysterious silhouettes on computer screens. They praised Drall's analysis of the Dust Jockeys and provided a brief explanation that Mercury served an important role in stabilizing the activity of groups operating outside the scope of the corps and metroplexes in the surrounding areas. Based on the crew's unique relationship with the DJs, Solace's leaders agreed to provide Drall the intel she needed. With that stressful meeting concluded, PB and Drall confirmed the label on their relationship and went to get food. The rest of the crew was at Bee's workshop, building Sam a ROV and struggling to stay on schedule. During the work, Dog got a text from an old friend, Jim Barr. After logging into their ultra-secure messaging site, Dog found out that Jim was worried since there was a heightened corp interest in current events surrounding the crew. Jim sent Dog a picture of the deal being made to target Mercury. It showed 2 people meeting out in the wastes in front of a truck with the Urban Warfare logo. Unfortunately, there was too much risk for Jim to provide more help. With the weight of this new knowledge, Dog went to speak to Mox, and that is where we will start tonight. So, Dog was outside having this conversation. He went inside to the workshop, pulled you outside with him, Mox, and said you needed to talk about something.
All right, babe. First of all, not here to criticize your opening, but we need to talk. Kind of stressful.
I get that. It's not about us. It's not about us. We're good.
Thank you.
We're good. Your cleaner's fine.
Nope.
You're precious. You have a wonderful personality, and I'm so glad that you're alive with me.
Look. All right.
Here. You want a beer? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's swing by the fridge. Come on. Yeah.
Jesus, babe. Take a breath before you finish the whole thing.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Dog sits for a second. Stands for a second, rather. Hands clasped
And
together.
then sits for a second, then stands for a second.
And then stands. Actually, yes, that's perfect. Sits in his old chair, stands up, paces. Okay. First off, I'm telling you, because you're the best. I got a message from an old friend. Not competition, don't worry. It's a fella that I used to work with back in Angel City. His name's Jim. I'm not going to tell you his last name right now, because, well, maybe it'll make sense in a little bit. You don't need to know that.
I'll trust you.
Jim sent me a picture. Oh gosh, I'm murdering the delivery.
Babe, look, it's all right. Look, I know what's happening here. I've gotten my share of those pictures sent to me without solicitation before too. It can be very upsetting. Some of them are horrifying looking, honestly. I mean, what do they think they're going to accomplish sending a picture of that to someone?
I know. And the truck, like, what do you do?
Wait, truck? Hold up, back up. We were talking two different things.
What?
Two
What are you
guys, one
talking about?
truck.
Seen it. No, all right, so wasn't thinking we weren't on the... Right, continue.
Were you Wait, were you talking about wiener pictures?
Yes, we know.
Oh, no, nothing like that. I don't. Listen, anyway, you know what? I was going to go down a route there and compliment you, but never mind. I think you know how I feel.
Later.
About it.
Later.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I think I know what happened to Mercury, or at least what's who's after him.
I mean, that sounds like good news, right?
Well, it would be if it wasn't who it was. And so DM, do I have access to the picture that was sent to me, or is that only via like staying on the platform in which we were chatting? Or locally.
I think the nature of the ultra secure site you created does hold that content within it. However, since you are one of the creators and you have all of the access code on your Glow, you are able to pull that image up to show it to whoever you want, but you are not able to move data outside of that secure site.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you very much. So here, this is what he sent me. Good morning. Sorry, nervous. Yep, and Dog will show Mox the picture of the truck. does this look familiar to you at all, or anything like that?
Would it?
Oh, absolutely. Mox would immediately recognize the Urban Warfare Industries logo on the side of the truck. And he would have, I wouldn't say intimate knowledge of the corporation, but at least enough common knowledge that that corporation specializes in elite, high fashion, snazzy weapons. Not necessarily cutting edge technology, but cheap, accessible, and visually appealing. All those like neon type guns from Borderlands? That's these folks.
When Mox looks at it, just I hate being right.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I was saying that, whoever took out Mercury, probably some rich fucker in the corp, got lots of private army, military, all that shit. So, yeah, hate being right.
Yeah, that explains it just about. Yeah, so that...
Hold on. Do you know... I know urban warfare. I mean, it's hard to have been around as long as I have and not heard of them. But the way you're on beer number 3 makes me feel like you might know a little bit more about him than I do. And I feel like to get us on the same page, there are a few pages you need to catch me up on.
Yep. Okay. Fair. So that is that's a corp that we let's just say we had a good relationship with them, and I worked with Jim. And, the company I work, acquisitions of a certain kind were their forte, and
I don't mean to.
Yep.
Maybe right now isn't the time for beating around the bush and euphemisms. I feel like right now we need to shoot straight. What type of acquisitions?
So, you know that thing we've been working on?
Yeah, of course.
You ever wonder why?
Well, of course I did, but I just chalk that up to one of your eccentricities.
Yeah, so Jim and I worked on a team to reverse engineer acquisitions such as that and weapons and things. So that's the type of stuff that they're after. They're really good at finding people too.
So, urban warfare, always on the lookout for new technology they don't have to invent themselves, so that they can focus on making it look fucking fancy.
Yeah.
And with everything that Shreddy and the others were doing, they saw an opportunity? Or did they see competition?
Probably both, knowing what I know. It's old American history where the people that look like me would come in and sort of take things and then squash the other cultures. That's kind of what they're into.
Age-old tradition.
Yeah, tale as old as time.
So, what does this mean for us now?
Rough road ahead if we want to find Freddy or Shreddy or Hetty, whatever you want to call him. Do you want to go up against urban warfare?
Not fucking particularly. I mean, Don't get me wrong, I'm proud as hell of what we managed to do together. The 6 of us. You know, we've punched a little above our weight class every now and then, but Jesus Christ, taking on an entire corpse? I feel it's hard.
You could say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, again.
Yeah.
Feel it's hard.
What do you think? I mean,
I think Shreddy was a very nice guy, and I'm very glad we got to meet him, and I will treasure his memory.
yeah.
I will truly fondly remember the times that we shared, the laugh that we had. Oh, the laughs.
Yeah.
But you know, every story comes to an end, and maybe this is the end of it. I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility.
Yeah, that's so okay. Well,
I know that was flippant, but the reality is, if we're trying to go up against urban warfare, then I'm risking you for him. That is not a fair balance in my sheet.
Yeah, that's a way. First off, thank you. Second off, yeah, that's a good way to put it. I'm sure I could get some info, some deets, but yeah. Do we tell everybody about this, or do we?
I think we probably fucking should. Well, here, hold on, babe. Why wouldn't we?
You know, I think it's like a relationship. You don't keep secrets. You tell them. You say, hey, yeah, I kissed my cousin. There's nothing there. It's over. It's done.
You pulled that example out really fast.
No.
You could have said anything, like I broke, like, the window, or like I drank the last beer. You pulled for, you know what? Later.
I'm never ashamed of drinking the last beer. It shows that I'm just better and quicker. But
I walk into the room and proudly announce that I drank the last beer.
It's mine. This is the one.
No, I think we should tell them, and maybe they'll have a different perspective. But in the end, if you go, I go. But I don't want you to go.
I don't want you to go.
Then let's not fucking go. Okay. Roll up new characters.
End of season.
Roll up some characters who will go.
Oh, man. Well.
Are you gonna be okay telling them? It seemed hard for you to tell me.
Can you help me fill in the blanks? Obviously, I was a little scattered telling you.
I've got your back.
I don't want to talk about a whole lot of the things that I've done.
I don't think. Look, that's between us. And as far as I can tell, I appreciate you telling me, but I don't know if it is truly relevant to the information. So I think you can keep that one close to your vest for now.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And finish that beer, wipe your mustache, and let's go.
I got beer in my stash.
Oh, I'm gonna throw it.
Oh. Man, lucky you. Kisses taste like beer. Shit.
I know.
He drink more beer. I want to experience that too.
Yeah, Mox doesn't even drink anymore. He just gets it secondhand.
So back inside the workshop, I think in stark contrast to this solemn conversation, the noise and chaos of construction has still been carrying on. Umbra is trying so hard to be helpful. Argos is probably in the corner, observing and judging everybody. Bee, I think, is probably trying to hold like some really gigantic off-the-wall piece that they've scavenged and insisting that it's going to connect to the chassis, even though it really doesn't seem physically possible. And then maybe Sam and Drall are trying to encourage her and just, let her live her fantasy and not quash any hopes and dreams. And Mox and Dog can come back inside, and it's not like the work is going to stop immediately. There's no record scratch when they walk into the room, but something's going to happen.
I swear to God, it's gonna fit. It looks like it was made for it. We can put racing stripes on it. What do you think?
That's what he said.
I say that every night.
You got racing stripes on there?
That is a new one. Is it tattooed or is it like a paint on?
Don't ask about my genitals.
You're the one putting out you're the one that said it. Yeah, you brought it up.
You can't just start a topic and then not agree to continue it.
Pretty sure you just did.
Wait, listen, when somebody says, "Oh, I feel so old," you don't follow up with like, "Well, how old are you?" Just because I say, "I got a wiener," you don't be like, "Well, what's it look like? Draw a picture."
To be fair, if someone said to me that they had racing stripes on the penis, I might be curious too. I'm just saying, it's fair curiosity.
Thank you. It's a fair question.
I'm honored you all want to know about my wiener, but we're just...
I'll tell you all later.
Okay.
Okay, wieners aside though, what do you guys think about this piece? Because it looks really boss, but like it's a little much, right? Is it a little much? Should we do it? What do you think, Sam?
It's a little much. Yeah, it kind of...
Okay.
I know. And she's looking at like just half a Rav. Because that's about all we've been able to, like, the barest of skeletons is all we've been able to pull together so far.
Despite our best.
Yeah, despite Mox's very detailed project management plan for us. That's about all we've been able to do. Because
it's all gone to shit!
It turns out a lot of us have ADHD in here.
Every section of this project is an hour over. What the hell?
Look, if you were in here to help us do these kind of things... Look, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I pilot the fucking thing. I do not put it together. That is not what I do. I pilot it. I make things go boom. And then she's holding up like a bunch of wires in both hands, being like, I don't know what to do with this.
You hand them over.
Okay.
That's the best thing you can do.
Okay.
Thank you. So did you guys like go and canoodle out there while we were doing some really hard work without you?
Dog.
I mean, to be fair, it don't look like you did a whole lot of work. Well,
he makes a good point. I'm not gonna lie. It's really weird for you to come at us with that when we come back here, and I swear less is done than when I left.
Yeah, is it short?
She fires up the blowtorch and puts the goggles on. Okay, I guess we're going to get to work then.
Oh, wait. Before you... Hold on. Hold on. Babe.
How do I put this?
Oh.
Shreddy Mercury is fucked.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
But we kind of knew that, but we were gonna... What do you mean?
Oh. I didn't think there'd be follow-up questions to that. I thought I could just kind of...
No, that's twice
that.
You've
Keep
come in
going.
and just said, you've made declarative statements and then just, put it out there and then, well, that's a bad way to say it too.
We're the project managers. That's what we do. It's our job.
Hey, let's not get sidetracked.
Yep. Shreddy is, dead. I'll just say he's dead.
Wait. How do we know he died?
Okay, not yet. Not dead. Not dead. Okay. Hold on. Let me. Dog's gonna just for a second and just whisper to himself, dissociate. Oh, hold on. Okay. Listen, I used to work for a corp in Angel City. They were not great. And there's a picture that I got from somebody I used to work with of people looking for Shreddy, and they're real bad. And yep, they're bad. It's urban warfare. Yeah, that's who it is. And they're real good at finding people, and they're real good at killing people, and they're real good at getting weapons, because I worked on some of them. And yep, that's anything else, babe? You got anything you feel it?
No, I think you gotta hit the main point.
Wait. Okay, so other people, Mercury. What did Mercury do? What did Mercury do to...
I don't know exactly, but if these people are looking for him, it's bad. It's real bad. You remember all that stuff that we found when we went down there and we were looking for the bathroom with the fucky wall?
Mm-hmm.
The fucky wall.
That might have something to do with it. There might have been more. We didn't go all the way down. I don't know. But if they left the city, the Metroplex, and they're looking for him, it's bad.
So, B, I don't think would have this type of cultural knowledge of the corpse.
No,
Drall
whatsoever.
Drall definitely does. Sam might, based on what she's picked up from the corpse and living in Angel City and working with the people that Galen worked with. But Drall, you know that urban warfare industries, beyond being a manufacturer of the high fashion guns and armor and weapons, they are typically they're typically marketing to freelancers, to mercs, to the very dangerous types of people that I think in some of your jobs you've had the unfortunate need to encounter. You also know that their corporate headquarters is in the Santa Fe Metroplex.
Okay. So, UWI is not something we want to fuck with, obviously. And she puts her hands on her hips and puts her head up. But what if we knew where their headquarters was and where Mercury could be?
That's all very, very fine. But you know what the headquarters is going to have a fucking lot of?
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah, that's not usually my part. But, yeah. Well, anyway, Santa Fe Metroplex is not anything that we want to fuck with. It's not the first time we've crossed this particular location. So I think you're right. I think he's fucked.
But do we know if he went back to Santa Fe, or do we even know why he was pulled out in the first place?
Nope. But it was probably pretty bad.
I mean, so far all I know is that he has a fucky wall. Is that how you a fucky wall? Like, eh? Or
Like, it wasn't right, you know? It was like, fucky.
Jesus
oh,
Christ.
okay, all right, okay.
Hi guys. So, I feel like you all are talking in code because you guys are like all talking about a shared experience, and I have no idea what's going on. So, like, I understand it's way bad, but what is happening? Like, what are they gonna do to him?
Anything they want. Probably. So, bad guy took our ally, potential bad guy, because of something that he or his organization did and got flack for from these other bad guys. And they don't like that. So they're trying to stop that, probably. So, suck him up, take him somewhere else. Torture him, do something else.
Like an alpha bad guy?
Yeah.
Are they the baddest of the guys?
Probably.
I think they're called big, bad, evil guys, is the correct terminology.
Oh, the B-bags, yeah.
The B-bags.
That's what we used to call them around the water cooler when there was no one around.
That's my B-bag boss.
I just want to throw this out there, if we can all just level with each other. There's no fucking way we're getting in there and saving his ass. With all of us alive. We barely got out of the last place. Some of us didn't. We really won't just do that all again. What the fuck has he really ever done for us that much? Aside from bailing us out of, the previous... Look! That is the past, though, and we have to worry about the now. And if we go in there, one of us isn't walking out. Guaranteed. Is everyone here okay with that?
So we want to go assault an entire city?
No, not if we can help it.
Right. I don't know. I kind of feel like we should maybe not do that. But, like, we could always do recon and try to figure out what he is, or,
Yeah, why can't we do some recon? Like, why does it have to go directly to fighting them? And
it doesn't. Ideally, it doesn't.
Right? Like, we have PB and all of the other, help that we could get. Like, we had so many people show up for that Kaiju class Rav.
However, look what they did to Shreddy.
But we don't
know about us yet. They don't know about Paperboy. And when he starts fucking digging, they're going to know about him. And he'll be next. Is that something you're okay with, Drall?
First of all, you aren't a mind reader. You don't know what's going to happen. And we're skipping so many fucking steps right now. Yes, the end game, probably Mercury's fucked, right? But we're skipping all the good gooey middle bits where I go and I talk to PB and they're his big bad scary bossy people and tell them about the urban warfare industry and what's going on. And maybe they can help us, or maybe they can track. They've got cameras everywhere. They've got intel everywhere. We need to use our allies to see what's going on. This may be part of something much, much bigger than just Mercury. What do you think about that, Mox?
I think you're probably right. And I think we're small. And I don't want to go up against a bigger fucking boot. Personally. I like being alive. I like this life that we've all figured out. Doing simple jobs, getting by. Having a laugh, having a beer. So yeah, you're probably right. This is almost certainly part of something more nefarious and bigger. Absolutely. And if I were 20 years younger, fuck. Why not? But I'm not. I'm old. I just want to live.
You're not a day over 39, huh?
You're right, not a day.
No.
A couple fucking decades.
But is this Mercury team if they are they as well equipped and things like that as you say they are, or I'm just confused as to why they cannot find him as well.
Well, I don't know about their surveillance capabilities, but they definitely seem to have some firepower and some research going on. I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to have a nice life out here away from the Metroplex. That's why I left. And now it's coming back. Why?
Well, I think that is the reason we want to know, right? Like, I just left Metroplex. It wasn't great.
Right? It's traffic and it's dumb. And,
I mean, traffic was bad, but yeah, I would probably say the crippling debt and the total surveillance is probably the worst part, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What if there's something that we could do that doesn't take us to the metro? Like, what if we gave the information that we have to the people that could potentially help? Maybe we can do something small on the side instead of getting this head on. We don't even know what's really going on or where they are. All I know is where the headquarters is and where they could go. That doesn't mean that's where it is.
This is true. It would not be good to take on an entire headquarters. I mean, I have seen one fall. And I saw 6 people do it. So it could be done. But I'm pretty sure we would have killed Mercury in the process.
B, you are really excited to hear her reference that.
Yeah, because they're my heroes. It's like Saturday morning cartoons watching them.
It was... That is a story for another time. But yes, it can be done. But it wasn't exactly a very, how would you say, surgical extraction kind of thing. They didn't get, nobody came out alive. Except for the people doing the attacking. But that was on purpose. Everybody else in the thing may or may not have already died. We'll see. It wasn't a rescue is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so what I'm understanding is we're not going to the city?
Well, maybe we don't go yet. Because it would be a little weird if we just showed up. Right? Like, I don't know about you, but we kind of would stand out a little bit. And I definitely could not take Robin City if we could find one. So we'd have to be seriously reconning and doing things. So what if we did some research and things like that beforehand, maybe? Or...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you know who'd be good at this is Ferdy.
Get with it. Who's Ferdy? You've told me about her a little bit. He's the one that owns the bar, right?
They're a little more than that. We'll swap stories, but
Okay.
They're really good at their job. And PB is kind of doing it now.
Do we not know where she is at all?
Galen knew.
I will get out the seance board and see if I can contact him. It's old.
Okay.
It's old world magic that I would have to pull. Yes. No, that's not
I
how
always
it
thought
works.
that was said a Ouija board.
No. That's just shit to sell in the stores.
We're doing magic. All right.
How about, since y'all seem to be wanting to roll paper into this, how about we ask PV what he thinks? See what he thinks about it. And go based on his reaction. And Dog says this smugly like, yeah, that'll shut this down.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but... Well, listen, here's the thing. We're going to need some leads, one way or the other. So, we're going to need something, because you cannot just go into a city and try to go looking for one person. It's like, I mean, Dog, you know, it's like finding needle in haystack. It just never happened, right?
Most of the time not.
No.
Hurts when it does.
fair. There was the one time Galen and I, we got really, but you know what? Never mind.
Story time.
Story time. Nothing. We started talking about wieners, then we started talking about rolling in hay. Yeah, never mind. But anyway, perhaps we can make some phone calls or something. Maybe. What if Katassi and PB talk together? Could that work? Or, or something, maybe? I don't know.
That's definitely what I wanted to happen. And I will admit that I was so caught up in what was going on that I don't even remember if I gave anyone any information to connect either of them.
It happens.
So I'll do that right now.
Okay. We go to PB's place.
All of us?
No, I mean, not to be everyone. I mean, we could go over there if you want, but it's,
I mean, no, it's fine if we all go as a family.
Field trip.
My boyfriend's place of work. Yeah, no, it's cool. It'll be fine. It'll be great. Yep, let's go.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and go. I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back.
No.
It is really late at night. I just want to point that out from a planning standpoint.
Okay, just kidding. It is so dark. I did not even realize.
We have been at it for a little while. Yes.
Yeah, the day got away from y'all.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna send him a message and see if he's busy tomorrow, if he wants to meet, or if he just wants me to connect glow to glow. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So and Drall is gonna pull out her glow and she's gonna message him exactly that.
You get a response back saying, we've got some search bots running, parsing the data. It'll take a couple hours. Can we meet for breakfast?
Everyone? Question mark? Smiley face? Sweating emoji?
What you get back, he types out the ellipse ... I guess shrug emoji. Is that how these things go? I'm not sure. And then he immediately sends another one. I mean, whatever you want. Whatever works for you.
Just thought they might want to get breakfast too. Laugh emoji. Heart. I'll see you in the morning.
And he sends back, yes, morning, breakfast, details, heart emoji, night.
She's going to heart the heart emoji. Night.
And with that tentative plan being confirmed, I think we can let the events of this night continue on as our characters see fit. Maybe some people keep working. Maybe some people take naps. Whatever happens. But we will draw a curtain on this evening, let some work be done, let some rest be accomplished if people need to rest, and we will pick up the following morning. It is early, but it is not the crack of dawn. So let's call it mid-morning. And Drall, PB sent you another message. Again, not super early, but not super late either, saying basically the time and the location to meet. So he is bringing you not to his office that you have visited him at so many times over the past week. Neither is he bringing you to one of the casual eateries or little hidey hole corners of solace. Not a typical let's meet up and get coffee and grab a pastry kind of spot. He has asked you to meet at a location that is much towards the top of the canyon. And Those of you that have lived in Solace for a long time know that the top of the canyon and all the equipment and tech up there tends to be off limits. Most people know that it has something to do with keeping the community safe. And it's just one of those things you accept and don't really talk about. You don't really dig into it too much. But the location PB has sent you is not quite the top, like you're not going up to the surface where the cars would be, where the Winnebago is parked, but it's up there. It's amidst all of this stuff, this tech that's up there. Is the entire crew going?
I could eat, yes, I'm hungry.
Guys, no way, look at this fucking locale. And she's gonna zoom in on it. The fuck is that?
Bee is actually most likely passed the fuck out in the middle of the workshop with like a tool in one hand and a water bottle in the other.
I think after Bee passed out at one point, Umbra like nosed under her arm.
Absolutely.
And was just kind of snuggling there for the night, or the hours that she spent sleeping.
Do we just carry her, or do we just? You think she wake up, or we just?
Oh, she's gonna want to eat.
Okay.
And Drall goes over and squats down over her Bee, delicately removes the water bottle from her hand and opens the cap, puts her thumb over the top of it, and sprinkles it on her face. Bee, you hungry?
What is it? What is it? Who's hungry?
Hi, are you?
What?
You wanna eat? You passed out on the floor. You look like you could use something to eat.
They look at the wrench in their hand. Umbra back up at Drall and go, could you just bring me back something?
Oh yeah, for sure. And she pats you on the head and walks back over to the group. She wants to take out.
Okay. And they curl back up to sleep.
Okay, we get our stuff. But I could have just thrown her over shoulder, and we could have just. Oh, never mind. This one.
Oh, she would. If she trips out in this place, bro. When she wakes up, no, my ass is grass.
Wait, am I underdressed?
No, you look great.
Okay, she starts fixing her hair and stuff like that.
I'm sure it's fine, right? And now she starts kind of sweating a little. It's fine, right? Like, and she starts pulling on her hair and her hoodie. Do you look okay?
You look fine, darling. You look fine. Yes.
Yeah, you look great. Yeah, we should. Yep, we gotta go get the guys.
Okay.
All right. So, other than B, is everybody else going to the meeting? Okay. So, you all head through Solace. Early morning Solace is very much focused on work, focused on people accomplishing tasks. The nightlife of Solace is that bright, neon, thrumming, thriving pulse of life. The morning is getting stuff done. So there's lots of people doing farming. You see people doing laundry and building and moving stuff in trucks and hand carts. It's a very like industrial, people working together to keep the community going kind of vibe. So you all make your way through all of this, seeing some people you recognize, saying hi to people as you walk. Again, very friendly, very close-knit community. You climb up various steps and elevators built into the canyon walls. You hit kind of a almost like a strata in the city where there's just nothing. Like all the people live below this certain line, and you start seeing just like the rooms of humming equipment, and you kind of get that feeling, that little tingle on your skin, like, okay, there's a lot of tech behind these walls. I'm kind of walking through a bunch of server farms. Like I feel like there's just stuff, but I can't quite see it. Like you get that little bit of a super heightened electronic hum going on. And you keep going, you keep walking, and you get to the destination. And you see that PB is waiting there. And where you're at is a little, kind of like a balcony. Like a little balcony. There's a table. He's brought some coffee, some pastries, some breakfast sandwiches. And he is sitting there with his feet kicked up on the table, working on his glow, and you see some work flashing between some different hollow displays and screens. And when he hears you approach, he kicks his feet down and like stands up and like straightens his shirt and brushes some crumbs off. He's like, Hi, good morning. Thank you. Yeah, hi, thanks for coming up here. I figured this was like, we needed a private spot, but not like a confined in the office spot. Like it's way more secure to be in the office, but it's just as secure up here, but it's like more comfortable up here, if that makes sense. And we've got some stuff to talk about. Hi, good morning. And he like goes over towards Drall and is like kind of waving and kind of like reaching out for a little like shoulder hug thing, but he's super unsure, so his arm is just kind of like hanging. He doesn't really know what to do with it, and then he kind of just like puts it back in his pocket and he's like, Hi. Big smile. I'm glad you're here. Glad everybody's here. I mean everybody. I mean the whole group. Coffee. I have food. I have snacks. What?
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. And she is she's gonna kind of like grab her shoulders in all coyly and then throw her arms up around him very suddenly.
He kind of falls back a little bit, like not like he's trying to get away from you, but like he just doesn't know how to handle that type of physical connection, really. But then, you know, your arms are there and he kind of returns the hug, like his arms are down around your waist a little bit.
What is this? So she kind of pulls away and she fiddles with her braid. Oh my God, you brought like all the things for breakfast. You come prepared. Also, the fuck is this place? Fancy little high security clearance you got there. And she's gonna nudge him with her elbow.
Yeah. This is just one of those spots where most people aren't allowed. And if you look over the edge of the balcony a little bit, you are not quite at the top of the canyon, but you are real high up. So there is a little bit of a sense of vertigo at seeing how far the ground is away from you. Surrounding you is mostly sky, being towards the top of the canyon here, but you also see that there is not like a mesh arching over the top of the canyon, but there are definitely structures stretching from end to end of the canyon. They might be fiber optic cables, they might be some sort of structure that you're not sure of. It's not like it's a roof, but it's stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff up here. So he kind of motions at it a little bit, like, yeah, this is what's up here. Here, yeah, food and stuff. Get what you want. I've got a lot. I've got a lot to go over.
You want to go first, or you want us to go first?
Wait, what do you mean? I was the one.
Yeah. Well, we actually had some stuff to tell you. But yeah, no. You go first. You go first. This might tie into that, which is pretty cool. Dog has some information. From a friend. So I now we all have the information. Now Sam has the information. Mox has the information, and we want you to have the information so that we know what to do with it.
Okay, yeah, because that was what I was doing. Like that was what they said I could do, and that's what you and I agreed on. I was doing the stuff. Oh man,
we got more stuff. Yeah, sorry, babe. Okay. I don't know. Sorry, I said babe. That might have been premature. Sorry about that. But no, it's nothing. We just have more info. To add to your pile of info. So, but yeah, you go. You go. And she grabs the pastry, jams it in her mouth.
All right. He goes over and like pours a cup of coffee so he can hold that and drink it a little bit and kind of use it as a something to anchor him as he is talking. And he goes over to his globe and hits a couple buttons, and a holo display lights up. And what you see is a picture of Mercury first. And he says, okay, so what we started with was...
Oh, he's handsome.
Yeah, he is handsome. You're right. Yeah. He's a good-looking fella.
He's not bad. Yeah, he's not bad.
Sam, this is maybe the first time you've seen Mercury. Definitely struck with the big giant horns he has on his head.
The very interesting headwear thing going on, when she kind of like adjusts the goggles a little bit to see a little bit further, but like I don't know, okay, tiefling, but make it fashion, I guess.
So this is the holo display, kind of like the bust from the chest up, and it's just kind of rotating slightly, very slowly, I should say. So and Paperboy continues. Okay, yeah. So we and I'm sorry, we meaning me and Katassi. So she and I worked together. Mostly it was her.
Oh, thank fuck! I couldn't remember if I gave you the information or not. I was so sorry. Go on.
Oh no, you did, and we talked, and wow, she's super smart. She's so super smart. Like I knew her reputation. I've seen some of the work she's done here. I've seen some of the other work she's done outside of here, and that's just like working with your heroes. My goodness. But anyway, fun. So yeah, she wrote a program, kind of like a protocol to sort through all of the data that we have here. All of the stuff we've been gathering, all of the stuff that is coming in here and being saved here. It's just so much to look at. We can't ever look at it. That's not what we do. We just have it. So she kind of gave us. She kind of pointed us in the right direction, right? The two of us, based on what she wrote, what her programs found, we were able to start sorting through some feeds and some data, and here's what we found out. As an aside note, all of you kind of hearing PB's ramblings about what is being done in Solace definitely flags your interest for later, or maybe for now. I don't know, but it's new information to those of you that are hearing it. So PB continues, and he hits a button, and the display shifts a little bit. Okay, so when all of this started, Mercury got in a truck and left. And by left, I mean he headed out of the Dust Jockey territory. And that's not something he normally does. But apparently there was a big emergency, and I think that had something to do with what y'all and that other fella were working on, kind of out south. It's very rare for Mercury to leave Dust Jockey territory. There's a lot of work going on there. But he jumped in a truck and headed out. And with him was one of their, I don't know what their roles are or titles are, but it was this one. And Janice's figure pops up in the holo display. That's Janice. She does a lot of the R&D. She does a lot of the tech development and work and all that other stuff. But the two of them jumped in a truck and left. And that right there is pretty crazy because they don't normally do that. But they headed out towards the kind of the middle of nowhere. And they brought some people with them. And as PB is talking, the holo display keeps like adding pictures and pieces of data. And as he is talking, you see the visual images pop up, and all of the images have like those little flowchart taglines of like extra files or extra supporting information. So you see a picture of everything, it's titled, and then there's all these other like connecting lines for other pieces of data, other files. It might be the location that some of this information has come from, that they have collected and put together, like it's source data, or it might be more information about what's actually being shown on screen. There's just lots and lots of information that's being connected. And kind of in the background of this holo display that's being built, you get that sense of like the web of information all behind all of it. Like you see this kind of like this big tapestry behind it in the background. And the images that you're seeing that are in focus, that are like in front of Mercury and Janice, you kind of get the sense that almost like in this presentation that's being given to you, that's like the information that exists as the foundation, and this is what's extrapolated. Like this is the most important part of it all. But all the information is still there if you need to access it. So a couple images play in the background, and there's little clips of video from drones, from satellites, from various sources. And you see a truck speeding along the wastes. And PB has been talking this whole time. So they jumped in this truck, and they headed off. They took some troops with them, and a little list pops up, like like detailing the troops that were brought in this truck. So yeah, the two of them were in the truck. As far as we can tell, they brought one of the teams of the kids, and you see a little like cutaway picture of kind of like some of the people that you saw before in the Dust Jockeys, some like rough desert dwellers, but they're very muscular, in great health, strapped with weapons, good armor. So yeah, there's one team of the kids with them. They had one of the Iron Maidens in the back, and you see like in the back of the truck an individual sitting working on a glow or a deck of some sort, and kind of a big collapsed in sleep mode, a big rover that you remember from a super long time ago in slick nano skin smooth metal. Also in there, I think they brought a couple, three. Wait, four? No. 2, 3, 3. It was 3. He's like checking the data as he's talking. Yeah, 3 of their 21 pilots teams, and you see 3 individuals sitting, again, working on their glows, working on their decks, and the picture like highlights and points, and you see kind of in a repository behind them in the truck all of their aerial drones in there, again, kind of in sleep mode. And then they had kind of an escort from one of the Killjoy teams, and the picture zooms out a little bit, and you see like 8 motorcycles escorting this truck. So yeah, they grab what they, I don't know. See, here's what's weird. They've got so much stuff. Out there at the facility, and this is what hit the road. So I don't know why this is what left. That's kind of weird. That seems strange. Also, for those of you that remember, when you were in the Dust Jockey facility, you saw the armored trucks. This is not one of those vehicles. This is like a regular, not a box truck, not a semi truck, but like a big, lightly armored personnel carrier with a lot of space built in for hauling tech and weapons and stuff. It looks like it was built to move fast. So this little video clip, it's like maybe 10 seconds long, of this truck just scooting across the desert, has been playing on a loop. And that video image kind of in a bubble is spinning and rotating slowly. And all of these little supplementary images with text and data are kind of branching off of it, highlighting everything that PB has been talking about. So yeah, all of this stuff, all of these guys put the stuff together. They jumped in there. They headed out. They left DJ territory. They headed south. When they came down kind of around where we are, not like they were driving next door to us or anything, that's not where the roads are, but they were kind of in our general vicinity. That's when it happened. And this one was hard. This one was hard to figure out. I don't really have all the pieces yet. So that tells me someone was using some kind of crazy tech to either scrub video after it happened or prevent recordings being made. I don't know yet. And that's weird, because when we don't know stuff, that's like the big deal, because us not knowing stuff is like crazy. Anyway, that's for another time. But yeah, and there is another picture pops up, and it's kind of like the aftermath of a fight. You see some wreckage. You clearly see that a large-scale fight has occurred. Those of you that are familiar with combat and tactics can easily see that this was like a hard, fast, brutal, professional fight. This wasn't like a scrap and a brawl in the desert. This wasn't this wasn't some people out in the wastes arguing over territory and taking pot shots at each other or having a fist fight. This was like full-scale tactical combat. And you're kind of seeing the aftermath of that. And PB picks back up. So yeah, we think what happened was that Mercury and his truck was hit hard as they came down this area, and there's a little map displayed off to the side. We think they were following this route and they got hit hard. I kind of feel like they got rerouted somehow, like they may have been pushed off towards a different location, which kind of set up an ambush. I'm not super sure. It just kind of feels like something that might have happened. But anyway, yeah, they were kind of pinned in and attacked. Again, not knowing all the details makes it really weird. But what we do know is that he was attacked by and taken by Winston Steele. So, remember when I said dice rolls are going to happen? We're going to call for a dice roll. How about that? Sam, you have no context for this name. But Dog...
Sam zoned out about 5 minutes in. She's been eating.
Yeah. Dog and Drall can make this roll. Mox can too. But it might be a little bit harder for Mox. So let's make an underworld check to see who might know that name.
Can you remind me what I'm rolling, please?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is going to be your underworld skill, which is based off of your charisma.
Yes.
So, yep.
Yes, that's what I thought. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, D20 check with your charisma and any skill points you've invested in Underworld.
Got a 13.
Dog got a dang old 15.
Ooh.
$20.
Nice. Smash cut back to the workshop. I think maybe Bee is just waking up at this point.
Why is my face wet? Umbra, did you
Umbra pops up,
learn
super
how to
excited.
pee?
Umbra cocks her head over to the side a little bit and then replays the video of Drall dumping the water bottle on your face.
Ha! Wow, Drall was in danger, and she didn't even know. I guess I gotta figure out where everybody is. And Bee's gonna send out a message like, "Why'd you leave me? Sad face, broken heart emoji, crying face."
Mox sends you a thumbs up.
So rude.
He turns to the...
Bee blocked Mox.
Sam turns to the rest of the group. See, I told you I should have just thrown her over my shoulder. It would have been nothing. She's so small. She's so teeny. Also, yes. You know what? Do you want me to take and get some food and take it back to her now?
PB is very flustered that his presentation has been interrupted. But he's oh, wait. Oh, that's right. One of you's not here.
Bee's gonna call in a video chat now. The entire group.
Hello, darling.
And if nobody picks up, Bee will continue to call.
Oh, no. Sam immediately picks up. Hello, darling.
Hi, Sam. I feel like I'm missing something. Did y'all leave me?
Well, you took a nap, and we went to go get some food, and you said to bring you some takeout. So I am, and you start to see her like daintily, for Sam, trying to like tiptoe around the room and like grab some things and stuff. And she's like, you three are the brains of this operation. Y'all got this. And then she starts to kind of like leave the room. Honey, it's fine. I'm coming right back with you. We get mimosas. It'll be great.
Oh, okay. I'll take a shower and I'll leave the door unlocked.
Okay, darling.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes. It'll be good. And then she hangs up, and she just turns back to the rest of the group. It's fine. I'll get her. She'll be as good as new when we need to leave. We're leaving to go somewhere, right? Maybe. Yes. Possibly. You know what? You let me know. I'm just gonna go freshen her up a little bit. It'll be fine.
So, Sam leaves with some food. Mox, you have heard the name Winston Steele, but you don't know anything about it. This is one of those kind of, you've heard it in passing at various bars. You've heard kind of the hushed tones, like people making jokes about it kind of thing. You don't really have a context for who or what it is. Best guess, it's some big name somebody out here in the wastes, but you don't have any knowledge to build anything on. Dog, you've got a pretty solid knowledge. Winston Steele is... Some people use the term warlord. Some people use the term asshole. Some people call him a magnate of the shipping industry who has been downtrodden by the corpse and the powers that be. But you know that he is a kind of like just a smaller wasteland gang boss. You know that he doesn't compare in territory and power to the Dust Jockeys, but you know that he operates out here. He tends to run a lot of convoys. You know that he favors big ol' armored, weaponed monster trucks. Like giant 10, 15 foot diameter wheels, like big ol' monster trucks that have just been tricked out for desert travel and warfare. You know that as a person, Winston is very much like the cigar smoking, mustachioed bravado. You know that he tends to be big and boisterous, kind of like a Snively Whiplash, but big and roided out. Like big alpha bro, jaunty, top hat at a jaunty angle, bare chested, big handlebar mustache, waxed out 6 inches away from either side of his face, always chomping on a cigar.
I love him.
Daniel Day-Lewis and There Will Be Blood. With
oh no,
he's just
Mox
like,
can't meet him.
Yeah.
That'll awaken things.
A lot of people say that he also has, metallic teeth. Some people say that's just a rumor. No one's sure. Drall, you know all of this very well. You know... That one's still 50-50.
Damn it!
Too many reputable people are insisting that both versions are accurate. Like there's you're just not sure.
Yeah.
Having worked in the industry that you work in, your intel is much more like how to stay away from him. Like the territory, the routes he takes, you know how to be safe and avoid him and his crew. You know that they very frequently run convoys. You know that they are they tend to be the people hustling and extorting rates for certain types of shipments and travel and that type of thing. You know that very frequently they try to make runs from some of the plexes, like people running drugs or illicit gear or tech or stolen tech between between plexes. You know that if the price is right, they will escort you into or out of a plex, mostly out of, but that's real expensive. You know that they really want to run from Las Vegas to Salt Lake City, but the Dust Jockey territory cuts that fastest route in half, so they are unable to take advantage of that. That leads you into the rest of your knowledge from your excellent roll that Winston Steele really has it out for Mercury. You know that the two of them have been at odds for a very long time, and that Mercury is pretty much untouchable inside DJ territory. So all of this information is popping to your mind as soon as PB says, we know that Steel took Mercury. And that little image of Steel pops up again, chest up, bust, big mustache, chomping on a cigar kind of guy. So yeah, PB continues. Yeah, so we know it was a hit. Like we know that Steel and his crew got them, but again, not knowing how, I don't know how we don't have this intel. Like our whole point is that we have the intel. Something happened that kept this intel from us. We know it happened. We don't know exactly what happened.
Yeah. So two things.
Yes.
Okay. So this is awesome. You did so great. Thank you so much. And oh my God,
we tried so hard.
Wonderful, right? Yeah, you guys did so well together.
She's the best.
Holy shit, awesome. I need like her. But like, okay. Number two. Do you think it's because Steele wanted to cut his trade and travel route? But like the DJs aren't going to just let that happen. Everybody knows they hate each other. But like, he had to have had help, which brings me to 3. Hey, Dog.
You said there was only 2.
Yeah, no, I forgot about the third one.
Oh,
actually, the first one was the one that I forgot about, and the one that obviously I wanted to say first anyway, so I didn't even think about it before I even opened my mouth.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry about that. Dog?
Yeah.
PB looks really confused for a second because he still doesn't exactly know who's who, but then as soon as Dog pops up, he's like, "Oh yeah," and he kind of on his glow is like, "Dog." Writes himself a little note.
Yeah.
Didn't you get, I don't know, some information? Maybe that could be helpful.
Yeah. You think maybe? What if Corpo was involved? Like maybe I don't know, like let's say urban warfare or something like that. You think that could have done it?
PB kicks his head over to the side and his eyes get real big as he kind of processes that thought. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they would have capacity and tech. I mean, on overall historically, Steel hasn't really been able to keep up with the Dust Jockey's technological development. Like that's one of the reasons they've always been able to win. And that's they win. They win every time. But yeah, if Steel got extra gear, like if he stole some stuff or just flat out bought it, like maybe that was enough to tip the scales for this time. I don't know. Again, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense, and they could definitely. They've done a lot of research and development into like obscuring intel and hiding things, and I'm sure they have they have a lot of people working on that kind of stuff. I could confirm it.
Yeah.
It would take a while. But yeah, I mean, if we're guessing, if we're extrapolating, yeah.
We'll say we weren't guessing.
Why would we say we weren't guessing though? If right now we are guessing.
Well, I'll just cut. It's urban warfare, is what it is. They're after him.
He like looks between Dog and Drall for a minute, like, okay, like I know y'all are cool and you're good at what you do, but like, we don't. How do we know? How do you know?
They're kind of the best. Let's just say I know information, and they're the ones after Freddy and the DJs, and it kind of seems like an urban warfare tactic to maybe outfit a small outfit to take care of something like that for them, so they don't have to get their hands dirty necessarily if they don't have to.
Especially if that particular group is eager to do so anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I feel like he could be a big problem,
So what we're saying is this was kind of like objectives aligned and they could help each other out kind of thing? Interesting. Okay.
I mean, maybe. I mean, assuming that both information, which of course it must be, she looks at you both in turn, is accurate, it could stand to reason that they both had something to gain. And creating a partnership with a mega superpower, Plex occupied group would be helpful. I don't know. What do you think?
It's possible. Yeah. Because we don't know exactly what happened. We don't super know for sure, which again, really, really, really frustrating and annoying me and worrying me. I'm more worried than bothered. Like because that means there's like this whole other level of problem we have to figure out. But that's another problem for another time. What we probably okay, but here's the okay. I don't want to say good news because it's not good news, but it's not bad news. It's not worse news. I don't know. But here's the thing. We know where they went. And we know where they ended up. And it's not in Santa Fe.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
But it's not good. Remember when I said it wasn't good? You remember? I just said that, so don't be mad at me.
You did. Okay.
Don't be mad at me.
Okay.
It's kind of the other direction. They're in the fringes of Vegas. And he gets that big toothy grin, don't be mad at me, kind of.
It's not your fault. I'm just projecting.
They're not, as far as we can tell. Again, the lack of information is really hurting us, but we know that Steele's vehicles, after they did whatever they did, came back past us here and ended up in the fringes of the Vegasplex. I don't think they're in the city proper. I think they're holed up somewhere outside of the city. You, pointing at Dog, Mox, which one of you showed me a video.
Yeah, that'd be me.
And he scribbles a little note.
Can you even not tell the difference between the two of us?
Not Dog. The video, the video, while it was heavily encrypted and kind of hidden where it was coming from, it definitely aligns with that location as coming from there, as originating from there. So it tracks. It makes sense. I definitely have some more intel to go through. Katassi's program is still going through all of our files. But this is like the preliminary, most pertinent data I think we have right now. He takes a big breath and kind of sits down and takes a big drink of coffee. Yeah.
Can I just say, Paperboy, and I mean this with all sincerity. At first, when you and Drall got together, I didn't really get it. But after listening to you and your manic energy and spending enough time with Drall, I get it now. I just want to say, I understand what she sees in you.
Looks over at Drall and looks back at you. Thank you?
Yeah.
For clarity, I didn't say that what she saw in you was a good thing. I just said I understand what she sees in you.
Oh. Not thank you?
Welcome.
Okay. Scribbles another little note next to your name in his glove. That's the mean one.
But at least, what he said about Vegas, that seems to line up.
But yeah, they're not in the city. I mean, they're not in Vegas. They're outside of Vegas.
Well, going into the fringes seems a lot more manageable than going into a plex.
By like a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's doable.
I mean, we should still probably try to get some backup or something.
So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. We can definitely still get some intel about exactly what happened. We can try to get some intel about where they're located and what might be there as a threat, as wherever they're holed up or wherever they are, what gear they have with them, what armaments they have with them. But as far as I understood it from our conversation yesterday, and he looks back over at Drall, it kind of seems like you're all going after him, right?
I mean, and she looks over at Mox. What do you want to do? Because I want to honor what you said earlier.
I mean, I'm going where the dog goes. So.
She turns to dog.
Well, how about this? Hey, PP, can you look at your sky cameras and see what they've got in that camp? You know where they went?
He gives you that very confused look and kind of points at his chest. Like, wait, what? Where? Look at where they went?
Yeah, you said you know where they went. You got them sky cameras everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was just confused and.
What confused you?
I mean, that's not my name. And anyway. No.
You know it's not PP.
No, that's.
I
mean, I know
I'm calling him PP.
P.
I know
B like a bat.
Oh, you have to enunciate a little more. You talk.
I know I mix people up, and you two are very confusing. But I thought I was just me. I didn't think there was another one.
There isn't.
Okay.
Don't worry. You're great. And she cuts her eyes at dog.
Okay.
Just asking for sky camera footage.
So
Yeah, Sky Camera footage.
So yes and no. Yes and no. We know they ended up in the Fringe outside Vegas, and he does a couple things on his glow, and he pulls up kind of like a very high level aerial map of the Vegas Plex. And then he kind of zooms down a little bit, and zooms in a little bit, and zooms in a little bit. So this is kind of the Fringe. Again, whatever they were doing to hide what happened from us is making it hard to give us like an exact route they took. I can't give you an exact GPS. This is where they are. But we did see some evidence. It's kind of that thing. It's kind of that thing where you can see what happened by like the ripples it makes. Like we can't see what happened, but we can see the absence of it and the things happening around that absence. So we can extrapolate that it's the thing, even though we can't see the thing. If that makes sense to you, because that's what we're seeing, and we see that with a lot of other things happening all over the place.
Holy shit, that actually makes sense to me.
It's here. He's somewhere here. They, I don't know. What we're talking about is somewhere here. And he's pointing to the map, and it's like the eastern border of the Las Vegas Plex, kind of coming up towards the north, which is very close to, I mean, not very close, like not next door, but like more closer. That's not a good sentence. Closer to Dust Jockey territory. It's kind of like the east and a little bit northeast. Again, I can't tell you where he is. Like I can't say he's in this building right here on the 3rd floor. I can't do that, and that's scary, and that bothers me, and I'm worried, and I'm sorry because I can't give you that specifics. But we know he's in this area. We know he's in the Fringe. The situation. It's not inside the Plex. It's out, but it's close.
Do you see how many buildings are not there? Since you said you could see what's not there.
Oh.
Is there some buildings that like aren't there?
Okay, wait a minute. That's a really good idea.
I know.
Oh. And he starts like typing really fast. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Okay. No, but I will. I have to rewrite. No, I have a good plan. I know what I'm doing. I have to rewrite. Well, Kadasi has to rewrite, but the two of us can rewrite. We have to rewrite the algorithm that was tracking, and he's like trailing things off of these. They go rewrite the algorithm that was tracking, and then we can set it to analyze from the internal perspective versus the external perspective. And he's like just zipping off into programmy crazy talk that he's mostly talking to himself. And then after a couple minutes, he's like, okay, wait.
As he's doing that, can Mox, because the way Paperboy just spoke actually made sense to Mox's brain about noticing through the absence and the ripples. It all made sense. In a rare display, can Mox look over the shoulder and try to aid with the reprogramming and hacking? I know mechanically he was already going to be able to do it, but just narratively.
Oh, absolutely. So as Mox leans over Paperboy's shoulder, you see on his screen, you see 4 or 5 different programming screens and programming language running simultaneously at slightly different speeds. This is not your exact area of expertise, but you are competent enough to understand what he is doing. And you see that he had a very, very complicated search algorithm running. And what he is basically doing is taking chunks out of it to rewrite those chunks to do something slightly different based on what's happening right now. You also see another little chat window running. He's talking to Katassi simultaneously with all of this, and like he's keyed her in and she's helping. So they are both like typing at each other in programmer speak and weird sentence fragments while the work is being done. And you're able to kind of jump in like, oh, what about what about that one? What about this one? But that one. And he like doesn't even respond to your physical presence. He is so locked into the task he is doing, but he is responding to the suggestions you are giving him and incorporating them in the work. So he's not ignoring you. He's just so focused.
Yep.
He's just
totally gets it.
Right. And all of this is happening in this like super rapid, like hyper focused hacker programmer mindset of Paperboy right now. And it takes maybe 3 minutes of him doing all of this stuff. And then he kind of sits back, and as he leans back from the computer and he puts his arms like up over his head, he like his elbow bumps into you and he's like, oh my God, where did you come from? Why are you? Oh, yeah, that was good. That was real good. And he's like,
Do you
okay.
think I was the voice of God in your head giving those few suggestions or something? Never mind. You did great.
No,
Proud of you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. You are? Oh.
Huh.
Oh. And he makes a little note on his where he wrote the mean one. He's like, not that mean.
I love that he's just like keeping tally in like positive and negative columns about interactions with people. Do I like them?
Sometimes it just helps you understand what to do in the next social encounter. So he's like, okay. So again, it's going to take a second. It's going to take, well, I mean, probably a few minutes, maybe a few minutes longer. I don't know. It's going to take some time to run. It's not instantaneous, but, and he pulls up a more detailed version of the map of the fringe. Okay, so this area right here, and he's pointing at it, his finger is kind of like disrupting the hologram. It's like if you put a bunch of oil and food coloring in water, he's kind of like swirling it around his fingers, like messing up the hologram. So in this area right here, it definitely appears that there is a building that is there but isn't there. And it kind of seems like, by logic, that's where they would be, unless the whole thing's a distraction. But I can have the program like see if there's any other non-buildings in the area, and then we could try to figure out which is the right non-building. But right now, this is the only non-building. So if they went there and we don't know where they went, but they're using this to hide where they went, that's hidden. So that would be where they went. Right? That's got to be it.
I mean, I think I agree with him.
I think probably. And even if not, we have this general, I mean, you've already done, yeah, we'll definitely get him. Yeah.
But we still, even with this information, we still need to decide if we're even going to do this. Just because it's easier doesn't mean it's smart. I'm just saying, just making sure we all still remember that this is our lives that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more on board with it than I was about, going into a fucking plex, into a corpse headquarters and dealing with all that. But
oh yeah, that's the worst. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Hey, you think and they still got stuff? We saw the video. They still got. You think the DJs, if we told them we're saving Shreddy, they just like let us borrow some stuff? Just go knock on the door, be like, "Hey, we're here to save him."
Is that a me question?
That's everybody. Do you know what?
I mean, you
I don't know.
You don't get.
I'm not gonna go knock on their door. They're scary. We're not allowed to go talk to them.
You haven't met them.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to.
Well, fair enough. Well,
I think if we go in and we say, especially if it's on the way, hey, we're gonna, I'm not really good at the whole, okay, hey, we have this information, we're gonna go do this thing, do you want to help? And they'll be like, yeah, we like that. Okay, bye, here's some stuff, hopefully,
yeah. Tell them their jumpsuits look good.
Yeah,
and,
always compliment.
Yeah. And I mean, if we need, I mean, I can talk to them. I'll talk to them. They'll get it. I got a way with people.
Now that's true.
Yeah.
Now, dear, you do have a way with people.
What? Yeah.
It's a way, and I love that way, but I don't know. I mean, maybe we should feel it out and see who we want to do the talking. Not saying it should be me, fuck that. But, we got other, maybe others, depending.
Yeah. You know what? That'll be good practice for them. I'll be back here. You can bring in the big guns if you need.
There you go. Exactly. It's training for them. It's so generous.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Train up the next generation. Yeah. All right. Who's doing it? We should probably tell Sam and Bee about this. I mean, they don't really know what's going on, but I'll probably ask them if they wanna.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've been out of their scene for a really long time. So,
a really long time.
The heck?
Kind of miss their input here.
Yeah.
What have Sam and Bee been doing?
So many mimosas.
Yeah, smash cut to us just sitting there drinking mimosas, looking at the half-finished Rav. Not even a half-finished Rav, but just kind of like both of us just kind of like sitting on the floor, kind of like propped up against like the workbenches and stuff, like drinking mimosas out of paper cups, and like looking at it being like, it was a good idea. We tried. Yeah, we tried.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Shit sucked. Cheers.
Yeah.
We miss Galen.
But look, I got these cool goggles.
They look
It's
so
fantastic.
good.
It's so good, yes.
They just make these.
Oh, I do miss that fucker, yes.
Me too.
You spent a lot of time with him, yes?
Yeah. He was a lot to me. Like, Ferdy's... I grew up with Ferdy as my person, but Galen... Galen was so good and helpful and was always there for me.
He's kind of like that. He's a softie.
Yeah.
Even though he looks like a big giant bear on the outside. Looks like Yukon from back where you came from.
I know! And now you're the big giant bear!
Well, I had to be, he wasn't going to get no little tiny thing or anything, We just, we hard the women back in the day, He slaps her hand on her armor chest plate, like wham.
Bee does the same thing, but on their bare chest. It's like, oh, I bet that felt better with the armor.
We got to get you wearing armor these days. You just can't, it's not just a fashion statement, it's just...
Well, yeah, I think after everything that happened, armor might be good. I might need help picking it out, though. I was always a little afraid to, try some on and feel like a poser, because I just run around with gadgets and a bow and sometimes some peaceful Molotovs.
We'll get you a slick It totally looks like a tank top, but it's got like big armor plates on both sides. It's fantastic.
Oh, that'll go good with my armored knuckle gloves.
You've armored knuckle gloves? I like. Yes.
Galen taught me how to fight, like fist fight.
No way.
Yeah. Galen found me watching a bunch of movies and then made fun of me, and then we did a whole training montage.
I know exactly what he put you through. It is.
It was a lot. Like a boot camp.
I tell you, and she kind of gets real low for a little bit. He's like, I tell you the story about the time we were in Paris. We were literally fighting back to back.
Yeah.
Yes. That is why I knew I was going to party marry him. We were kind of kicking ass together. It was great. It was fantastic. It was romantic. It was on the Thames. People wanted to hate on us because we were from the outside, and they started picking on us. And then Galen, was trying to be nice, and we had a reputation. We were being nice people and things like that, and we just didn't cause any trouble and stuff. But they didn't want us in their city, and we were there. We had a very romantic dinner planned and everything like that, and it ended up with a lot of them with broken noses.
That's so romantic.
It was very good fight. Very good fight. Unfortunately, we lost the wine in the fight.
Oh. Did you smack it on someone's head?
He did. It was so romantic. It was fantastic.
I bet it's like your own homemade fireworks and everything. Just kind of boozy.
Yeah. Yes. It was 2 tables over. It got splashed with it. It was fantastic.
Ha! They got a show with their dinner. That's amazing. Do you ever tell Elijah these stories too?
No, he gets into enough trouble as he's so Galen. I swear to God. Like the boy drives me to drink like every day. It's fantastic. I love him to death though.
Yeah, he's a good kid. You did good.
I just do it the best I can. Galen did the same thing. He was so happy when we could finally have a kid. We tried for so long. And when it finally happened, he was over the moon. He had something else to live for now. Not that we ever had a problem as husband and wife kind of thing, but it was a different kind of glow. You couldn't tell because he had, all of his bloody, he never could pluck his fucking eyebrows. But,
Yeah,
you just could barely see in there and stuff like that. But it was good. It was good.
He was good.
Yeah.
I bet you he was a good dad too.
He was. Elijah was very sad when he had to go away. But he went away to try to keep us safe. The night everything happened and stuff like that, he didn't want anything to happen to Elijah and I.
So,
we could hold our own, but he didn't want anything to happen.
So does that mean that we should go and set those people on fire?
The people who did what? Which people?
Who made him have to leave, and then you have to leave? We could go set them on fire.
At some point, yes, we could, actually. We could go get Katassi, we could get Declan, we could get a few people. We did kind of warn them before he left to leave me alone, though. So I did we did kind of punch them in the nuts and then walked out.
I could go do it, and you could stand behind me all big and towering and be like, yeah, that's what's up.
You would have a lot of fun with him, actually. I think you would. You would like Declan, too. He's very, very, very good guy.
It would be like... He's a dad, too?
He's a dad.
See, I didn't really ever have a dad. I had Ferdy, and kind of Galen, I guess, but dads are cool.
Yeah.
If I ever get to meet one again, it'd be cool.
He's a good kid. You'd like Katassi, too. I mean, I know you heard her on the phone maybe that one time, but you'd like Katassi, too. She was fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard all about Katassi and everybody else in the crew, too. I watch a lot of the anime from Bunny Boys' studio. But first, I went back and watched the old stuff that he recommended all the time online.
You know,
in the
I
message.
love that crew, but they're also the reason why Galen had to leave. So, you know, bittersweet with them. But they're good kids. They were good kids.
I feel like part of being an adult is all of the unintended consequences of our choices and how they always come back to bite us in some way and how it always just ruins stuff. But we always still keep having to make these choices, and there's just really no choice but to make the choices.
And to keep going. Because if
And
you
there's-
dwell upon the choices, then what else are you going to do? You're going to sit there the whole time.
I mean, that's what I do.
Yes, but is it because you are afraid?
No, I think I just forget that I have to make the choices most of the time.
Until the choices are in your face, right?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Do
And
you
it's
think
also okay to be afraid.
fair? Do you think that we're gonna have to make choices like that with this crew? Because they're like my family too.
I think the choices will come, yes. But we'll make the right ones in due time.
How do you know how to make the right choices?
Trust your heart. It's the only thing that we can really do at the end of the day.
Cheers to trust in our hearts and not our farts.
I'll drink to that, love. Yes. And she lets out a fart.
Well, watch that. Dog did that one time and I think he shat himself.
Oh, honey. We good. But never trust a fart. Especially
Never.
after a certain age. At least that's what I was told by Galen.
Noted.
And I think the camera can pull away from
contrast
that conversation.
between the conversations, the one that was happening where we were and the one that ended with never trust a fart. Fantastic.
And
Levity.
I think the camera can maybe take us to a very high level view and show us the length of Solace and the depth of its society, and how, while these two very different conversations are happening with these people that are in a crew, how all of Solace is still continuing and going on. And maybe the camera takes us back towards Paperboy and Drall and Dog and Mox, who are sitting around the table debating what to do with the map on the screen and the various images displayed. And it kind of focuses on the supposed location in the fringe with the picture of Mercury next to it. And as the question hangs in the air of what the crew is going to decide, we can figure that out next time.
Bum bum bum.
That is our episode 3. Thank you in the chat for being here. Thank you, future audiences on the YouTubes and the podcasts. It is time for So Long. Let us check in with our cast and who they are and what they're doing, starting with Mallo.
You can find me everywhere, doing everything, at Identico or at Humanoid Games, or if you want to follow me personally, I'm at the Mallo Man, where I talk about a lot of the things that we do here, including all of the stuff that we have upcoming. We have a lot more stuff going on. The shirts that we mentioned earlier tonight, those are all new campaigns that we have. There's more coming up about that, as well as our 2025 plans, which we'll be talking about soon. And I don't know, maybe we'll do a Merry Highsmith episode this year. What do you think about that? I don't know.
Do
I
it.
think we should.
Yeah. Wild.
Hi, I'm Wildling011. You can find me at my local voting booth casting my vote, and also on the t-shirt website that we've dropped with all of the really cool logos, trying on all of the t-shirts and making sure that every time you try one on, you know that it's been quality tested. Make sure you go vote. Think about masking maybe. It's a good season to start doing that. Take your vitamins and drink some water. And above all else, remember that if you're kind to people that you meet, you can get kindness back, but also don't take any shit. Okay, love you, bye!
Pete.
Well, howdy. Wasn't that fun? You can find me at a certain website, www.bonfire.com/store/Identico. And you can find me in everything at the Mallo Man, at the Buff DM, at Thousand Faces Cosplay, at 95% Lauren. I'm everywhere. You can find me any of those. Quality
Fucking
content.
killing it, man.
It's a really good market saturation. Lauren.
I'm in places doing stuff, but mostly I'm just enjoying soup season, and I'm playing the new Legend of Zelda game, which is wonderful because it reminds me of Link's Awakening, which is my favorite Zelda game. So really, don't look for me anywhere because I would rather be there right now. But yeah, no, I'll actually be on our Twitch, Thousand Faces TTRPG, for City of the Crimson Tower, which is Savage Worlds Noir, Curse of Strahd type of situation. So come on over for the horror, tears, and soul crushing that is Ethan's DM stuff, which is amazing. Yep, I think is that it? Is it all Yep, I think that's me. Yep.
And the cat chair formerly known as Ethan.
This is so rare. I am having trouble moving. He just gets in my lap so rarely. Anyway, yeah, like Lauren was saying, tomorrow on our Twitch channel, Thousand Faces TTRPG, we'll actually be on All Hallows Eve doing episode 13 of that game. And the City of the Crimson Tower left on one of the most emotionally devastating notes I've experienced in all of my years of playing TTRPGs. So I'm very excited to see where that picks up. You can listen to our past episodes, catch up on that, Mothership, a Wild Beyond the Witchlight game. We got a bunch of actual plays all on Go Buff Yourself, and they're all ongoing, so check them out.
And I would just like to point out, we can all hear your cat purring right now,
I
which is
know,
wonderful.
the amount of purr that came through is fantastic.
You see this big boy?
He's such a big cutie boy. I am on all of your socials at the Caleb G. You can find me right here for all things Identico, here and there with Farm to Fable, and taking up a lot of space in the archives of the RPG Academy. Speaking of which, badges for Acadicon 2024 are available right now on tabletop.events. The con is happening like next week, November 8th to 10th, week after. Soon. It's happening. It's very quick. It's in Dayton, Ohio. It's 3 days of gaming. It's just like hanging out with your friends, but there's just a lot of them. It's such a cool hangout situation. It's like a mini con, but it's a big con, you know? It's not going to intimidate you if you're not a con goer. 3-day badges are only $50. Single day badges are discounted. Evening badges are discounted. Come down if you can. A badge gives you access to anything. We're not really charging for any other events or games. We've got karaoke, trivia, panels, a free board game library, more play-to-win games than I can count. There's so many play-to-win games, the most we've ever had. We've also the biggest raffle we've ever had. Absolutely so many prizes that you can just walk away from just from coming and hanging out. We've got vendors. There's food around.
Their raffle was already like 7 tables last year of nothing but games, like full 7 tables.
It's more.
That's insane. It took up half the lobby last year.
And the play to win is bigger.
Good
somehow
God.
Somehow the play to win is even bigger than the raffle.
I'd love to see it.
So
also, there's some great eating joints right around the Dayton Convention Center that you can go and get some fantastic food at, by the way.
Yeah, nice walking. A lot of nice food within walking distance. Of course, it depends on the weather. So please come on down, grab a badge, come see us. Also, as I said at the top of the show, as we have said several times here, please check your voter registration. As of the time of this live show, Election Day is 1 week away. It's a lot. We'll make it. If you're able to invest your time, please volunteer safely. If not, that's okay. Please make sure you take time to vote. Please, please, please take time to vote. If you're voting early, give yourself enough time. Bring supplies. Lines are super long. If you're voting absentee or mail-in ballots, make sure you fill them out properly. Make sure you mail them properly. They've got the right postmark, the thing that says when you did the thing. Make sure it's right. Go drop it off in a ballot box if you can. Make sure you're doing that safely. Make sure it's the right ballot box.
Even better, drop it off directly at the post office.
Post office is much better. As a Washingtonian, I can absolutely recommend going directly to the post office and make sure that your signature is as close as you can get to what you had when you registered to vote.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you can check that on your driver's license if it shows your signature.
You can, and you can also follow your ballot at wavote.org, I want to think is what it is, or votewa.org, one of the two.
But a lot of the states do have resources, so please make sure you check for your local information and do your best.
Also use that local information to check on local candidates, issues at every level. Nothing is unimportant right now. Please, please, please check everything. And, you know, as a rule, don't vote for Nazis. Just don't. Just don't. It's not hard. Just don't. Don't vote for the people who had a huge hate rally in Madison Square Garden and talked about a lot of disgusting stuff. Like, just don't. You don't have to. No matter what they say, it's not important. Don't vote for people who discuss openly how they'll use their power to abuse the rest of us. You know, it's easy. Don't vote for Nazis, please.
So exhausting.
It's exhausting. We just need this to go away. Don't vote for them, and it'll probably go away a little bit. Please. That's it for today. We're going to end on a happy note. We're not going to go down that rabbit trail. Nope. We will see you in the cyber future for another cyber game. Good night. We love you. Take your meds. Eat a snack. Drink your water. Touch some grass. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Remember that no one is free while others are oppressed. Don't vote for Nazis. And we'll see you next time. We love you. Goodbye.
Mwah.